Write down what you love about yourself right now. All the great things about you right now, write them down. Hey guys, Vicky Lemons here, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. This video is a really special video. I recently found out that I have 2 more sisters. I know. So I thought I would share this journey with you guys. I recently found out that I have 2 sisters, twin sisters, fraternal twin sisters, and from my dad that I didn't know about. I had an idea kind of when I was younger, but we've never met. We didn't even really know each other's names fully. And recently, they have reached out to me and we've connected. And I wanted to share this journey with you guys. You know that I'm all about sharing because I believe sharing helps other people deal with whatever they're dealing with. And maybe something within my story may help or encourage someone else in their life. So I thought, why not share it with my YouTube family? Why not explore this new side of myself as well as my family with you guys, and maybe in the interim it may help or inspire you in some way. That's what we do here at Lemonspire, right? We seek out to inspire in any way that we can. So with that being said, I'm just gonna dive right on into it. So my mom and my dad were married for, I'm not sure how long, maybe 7, 8 years, maybe 9, I'm not sure. I do know that my mom and dad weren't married when my brother was born. Once my brother was born, my mom and dad got married, and then came me 14 months later. So my brother's last name is not the same as my dad because he was born before they were married. I don't know, that's just how they did things back then, I guess, or maybe that's just how my mom did things. I'm not sure what that was about. But my dad had my brother with my mom, then he had me, and then he had my sister who's 3 years younger than me. Apparently, he also made children with another young lady at the same time that he made one with my mom with the 3rd child. So my twin sisters are 39. I am 42. My brother is 43. And my sister under me is 39. So I have now 3 sisters that are the age of 39. And I thought it would be interesting to record myself through the journey because this just happened. I just found out last week and it was a lot to take in. I did hear as a child little whispers of my dad having other children throughout the world, I guess. I'm not sure. But that we were not, when I say we were not, the 3 he had with my mom were not his only 3. And I do know of a sister that I have with another lady that my dad had children with, well, had my sister with. And she is about 11 years younger than me. I know about her. We have a relationship. I have a beautiful niece. We have connected a long time ago. But these 2 sisters, the twins, there were just whispers that my dad possibly had other children, and he didn't speak about it. Him and my mom divorced years ago. He wasn't active in my life. So it was just kind of like whispers here and there. I always felt this like pulling that they could be there, and I even tried looking for them on a couple of occasions, but I didn't know their last names. I kind of had an idea of what their first name was. Obviously, I had no success. So apparently, somehow recently, their mother gave them our father's name. They found him on Facebook, and they then found me through that connection. So, and here we are. It's very interesting. It's very interesting because my mom remarried after my dad, which she had my sister. So my youngest sister from my mom was birth, who happens to be the same age as the youngest daughter from my dad. I make no distinction from the children my dad had with other women and the children my mom had with other men. My siblings are my siblings. Yes, I was raised with my mom, so therefore I have a deeper connection to my siblings that I was raised with. But I don't make a distinction in the bond that can be created or the significance that they can play in my life. I just don't know them as well as I do the siblings I was raised with, as with anyone you were raised with. I have a cousin that lived with us for a little while, and I'm obviously closer to that cousin more than my other cousins because we have a deeper connection, because that connection was fostered through us being together more often. And so I'm interested to see where this relationship goes. Now, one sister, they're twins. So one sister is very much like me. She's an inspirer. She's an author. She is very outgoing and very much wanting a connection. And the other sister is more reserved. She's taking some time to take these things in. And I think that that's important. I think number one, when you are coming into situations where there's a long lost family member wanting to integrate with your family or you wanting to integrate with theirs, I think it's important to understand that everyone does things at their own pace. And I'm in a position spiritually and mentally that, and emotionally, that I'm okay with whatever they want to do. It doesn't hurt my feelings if one wants to take longer. It doesn't sway me to like one more because one is more closer to my personality. At the end of the day, connection is connection, and being connected to my family is the goal, right? And building the most authentic relationship I can with each of them individually is key, if they choose to do so. I'm not here to force myself on anyone, and I'm sure they aren't there to force themselves on me. But I really feel that it is important to know who your family is, like know who your, especially your siblings. And I'm really excited about this journey. I'm really excited about seeing, it was really exciting to see them, like to see their faces, because one of them looks exactly like my dad and our dad, and one of them looks more like her mom. And I find that to be so fascinating. Number one, because they're twins, but number two, because imagine how it feels for them. They just connected to our father. They didn't know what he looked like or anything. So imagine all of the emotions that comes from not even seeing your father's face when you look in the mirror because you don't know what they look like. Whereas even though my dad wasn't present in our life consistently, I knew what he looked like. I saw him from time to time, and I do have memories with him. And so when I see myself in the mirror, I can say I look like my dad, but I also look like my mom. And so that feeling of not knowing where you come from, man, it has to be so hard, and so many emotions wrapped up in that. I did a video called Who Are You? And I believe is what it was called, Who Are You? I'll put it here. And there's just something about like just knowing who you are, not just as a person, but like who do you come from? What's your heritage like, right? What's your culture? What foods do your family traditionally eat? I'm fascinated with that type of thing, and maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But I'm also very aware that Even though I didn't have a lot of time with my dad, here are my twin sisters who had no time with him. And just that sense of knowing this is what my dad looks like, especially when you look just like him, I know that brings up so many emotions. And this has been a very interesting week, I must say, because of this reconnection and just allowing myself to be patient and to just be aware. Remember, it's not like little kids connecting and now we can go hold hands and skip and go play, right? We're adults, 39, 42, and we have families that we have to also think about. We don't know each other, even though we're siblings. It's a lot to take in. But man, it has really been exciting. It has really been very eye-opening, and it's still very new. And I wanted to share this journey with you as it progresses. And so, like I said, my one sister, who I will share her name, is Latoya. And I'm sharing her name because she's given me permission to share her name. We are very similar in just the way we are as far as the type of work we do and how we speak. And not ever knowing your sibling and then seeing that in them and seeing kind of yourself in them. I think there's just something so powerful about that. That is why it is so, I say all the time, your most important family is the one you create. And there's definitely something about my dad's genetics that promotes us to be that way, for two of his daughters to be that way. And I find that to be so powerful. And then just think about, imagine had those abilities been fostered by our father, had he not abandoned us and poured into us, imagine what we could have been. Just from him, just from what he could have supplied us, right? Not just our mothers, right? And so I find that I take very strong pride in what I bring to the table as a mother, because I'm not just a mother. I am shaping the lives of young people who will one day become adults, who will one day be out in the world doing whatever it is they're passionate about. And they'll be doing things and they'll be like, oh, my mom, my dad used to do this. I get that from my mom. I get that from my dad. And I can't imagine them not knowing that that's where they get it from. Like, not knowing that, oh, my mom does it like that, that's why I do it like that. Not ever being a part of that, in like having that sense of like, this is from them. It would have been nice to have been raised with my siblings and just to know them through the years, but now we're connected, and I think it's great. I think everyone should know where they come from, who they come from, and the people in their family, So as I said, she and I are very much the same. Well, we have very similar traits, very similar ways about us. And so we decided to do a Facebook Live. That is going to be live February the 5th. Technology is not my strong suit, but I will figure out how to put the link for the live in my description below. And I hope that you guys tune in. We're basically going to do a Q&A for each other. Like, how does this affect you? How does this affect me? What do you think about this process? We really wanted to put something together for other people doing and feeling and being and experiencing the same situation. We understand the powerfulness of us uniting and us being the way we are as inspirers, and why not use this moment to help inspire others? And so if you have reconnected with someone else and you would like to just, maybe you're having a hard time with it, maybe you're not, maybe you don't know if you should reach out, maybe you want to know, maybe you want some tips on how I can even reach out to this person, then ask the question on our Q&A. It's going to be Friday 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be on Facebook Live. I'm going to put the link in below. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I found out I have obviously some more nieces and nephews, and it is the beginning phases. And just like with getting to know anyone, it takes time to build relationships, and boundaries have to be set in place, and expectations have to be set in place, right? What are we expecting from this relationship, right? What is not going to be tolerated, right? Because we don't really know each other, right? So just like with any other relationship, some things have to be formed, right? Respect. We need to have mutual respect, right? I'm excited to see how this relationship blossoms with my sisters, and just how things turn out. If nothing else, we know that we have siblings in the world that are, I'm sure, doing really wonderful, great things, and I'm excited to just know that. So all these years, it feels like that chapter, that whisper chapter of maybe you have more siblings. I'm sure there's probably more, but I'm excited to embark on this new journey of sisterhood with my twin sisters. So as always, guys, you know, everything I do here is to help motivate and inspire, and I pray that in some way it helps you. And so thank you for coming along this journey with me, and this new journey of being a sister for 2 more. And I'm actually still the big sister, so that hasn't changed. In the order of which of the children that we know, I'm the oldest girl. So now I have 2 more younger sisters, so that's exciting. So then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 younger sisters that I have now. I'm the big sister. So if I can't motivate anyone, I know I have 5 people in this world that I owe to be the best version of myself, because they are my younger siblings, and I want to be a great example for, if not anyone else, not just myself, not just my daughter, but for my sisters. So I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and God bless.